It's time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke. Talk to him. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Come on, Charlie.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Mr. HD back with another episode of the Blunt Ratings. This time for Monday Night Raw, February 7th edition. Decent episode of Monday Night Raw last night, man. Sorry guys, my energy's a little low right now. I'm trying to shake it off a little bit. But yeah. You know how we get down. Kid Get Money, what's going on, man? Appreciate you stopping in as always, homie. Wild Nation, gang, you know what it is, man. Trying to make sure we get these joints popping before noon, so y'all know when we going on. I'm just dealing with a whole lot with my schedule right now. But yeah, we here, baby. So we're gonna start the show off as always with promos and backstage segments. And you know, the first segment of the show was probably the best, if you ask me. But it was the Alpha Academy and RK Bro in the final round of the academic decathlon. It was quiz off or whatever. It was a quiz show. Maybe that's what it is, Kid Get Money. I think that's what it is, that 50-50 booking right before Elimination Chamber. Talk about that in a second. The quiz was the quiz. They asked some questions. You know, it was like 4-3 or 5-4 or something like that in the end. But the funniest thing was that the final question was, how many grams are there in an ounce? I was like, yo, they are so leaned into the whole Riddle and Orton being stoner bros thing. It was just awesome because they asked Alpha Academy and they got it wrong somehow. And then they, asked Orton, Riddle and Orton. And Orton was like, I got this one. Riddle was like, you sure, man? He was like, you think you the only one that baked, bro? I was like, because you can use the bake because, you're weighing out stuff if you're baking, but we know what bake he meant. You know what I mean? So I thought that shit was awesome. I think he said the line wrong, but he stood, you got the point when he said it. It was funny. So the answer to that question was obviously 28 grams. There is exactly 28 grams in an ounce of OG Kush. He didn't say that last part, but yeah. RK Bro won the athletic or academic decathlon, setting Otis and Gable into a tirade, and a tantrum. Funny segment, good segment. The Street Profits came out after that and challenged them to a tag team match, while RK Bro went to the back. We also had MVP with a heavy intro for Bobby Lashley, and then Bobby Lashley tried to cut a promo in his hometown. He's from Denver, Colorado. That's where the show was. The crowd was hot for him most of the time. You know what I mean? But the promo was a little, it's just all over the place. I felt like he was pausing, trying to remember his lines at points. So he hype up the crowd, or he just say some shit to MVP off the mic, or so. It's just, I don't know. But it was okay. He always got the cleanest suits on, so it was all right. The Alexa Bliss shit needs to be stopped. I can't take it anymore. Don't even want to talk about it. It's weird. It's stupid. It's not even weird good. I don't even know if it's weird. It's just it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, yeah, watch it. Yeah, I mean, shit. After that, we had a KO segment, or KO and Seth segment backstage, which was always entertaining. These guys are one of the best things about the show. They were talking. Seth was in a shiny ass Gucci tracksuit. That was dope. But KO was just telling him his plan to beat Austin Theory in their rematch and then go ask to take Austin Theory's spot in the Elimination Chamber. And Seth's like, all right, cool, bro. do your thing. I think they're still setting KO to turn heel, but I'm not sure. Because now he's getting cheered so hard. I don't know how. I don't know. But just don't turn him into the Big Show. It's been too many flips. I don't know. But anyways, Miz TV. We had a Miz TV segment with the Mysterios. That ended with Dom Mysterio shoving his father, or shoving. That would be crazy. Shoving down the Miz and knocking the Miz on his ass. And then challenging Miz to a fight. The funniest part of this segment was when Miz was like, "Damn, man, yeah, Dom's a little taller than you. He's actually a lot taller than you, man. You sure he's not Eddie's son?" I was like, no, man, we can't keep going back to that, man. Damn it. Randy did it the most savage. You can't go back to it, I don't think. I think it's over using that that barb. It is just like I don't even want to ask no questions because it's just so much of a difference. It's just like, is he? I don't want to ask no questions, man. So, it was a pretty good segment of Miz TV that led to a match we'll talk about in a second. We also saw Randy and Riddle backstage again talking about having a toga party next week. And then we had Lita and Becky in the ring. Lita came out and put over a bunch of the women, all the top women superstars in the back, except for Becky, who came out, obviously, because that's her opponent at Elimination Chamber. And they talked some shit to each other. And then they both got to beat each other up for a little bit. It's predictable, standard segment when an interruption. Somebody acts like they're going to walk. Becky always acts like she's going to leave the ring and then tries to sneak attack the person, but it's like they're staring right at her. So it's like she don't even wait for them to turn their back. Like she turns her back and then tries to sneak attack them, but it never works. She did get the one up on Lita for a little bit, but then Lita, hit her with the Hardy move, the Hardy stunner is what I call it, and then she did the moonsault, which still looks good, still looks fluid. You know what I mean? Still looks fluid. Becky's promo was fire. You know what I mean? Becky's promo was fire. I love. There was one line she said, she brought up the fact like, yo, how you think it feel if the one person you looked up to your entire childhood and wanted to be like came and tried to take everything you earned from you? And I was like, damn, that's a good point. I'd be mad too. I'd be in my feelings too. Bitch, you retired. Why are you here? Why you trying to take what I did? I love you. Why are you doing this to me? So, Becky was in her feelings, and Lita, to her credit, she was like, I understand that. I get that. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I want my, 5th title reign, and you got the belt. So, I'm coming after it. So, that was what it was. I like that. She also said something like, there'd be no Becky Lynch if not for Lita. But there is a Becky Lynch now. So we don't need a Lita. I was like, damn. That's true. That's also true. I was like, damn. So Becky did a great job putting Lita over while still remaining Becky Lynch. And, she didn't try to bury Lita because obviously it's not believable to bury Lita because Lita's one of the all-time greats. You know what I mean? So, and she could still go for a woman in her 40s. So, good segment there. Kevin Owens, then after his match, we'll talk about that in a minute. He asked Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce if he could get that spot in the chamber. And also, he loves Texas a whole lot, apparently, because something we'll talk about in storytelling. But yeah, then Doudrop, she cut a pre-recorded promo saying these hoes are scared of her, basically. And then what we have after that, we had the Seth Rollins pre-match promo before he went out to face Riddle, which turned into something else that we'll talk about. But I thought that the show overall, especially with Becky's promo and RK Bros segment, I thought those were the two best segments of the show. And I gave the show 3.5. There was some that, kind of drug it down. The Dana, the 24/7 title shit with R-Truth and Tamina and Dana Brooke and Reggie. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, is whatever. So that's that. 3.5. Almost forgot to hit the button. 3.5 for promos and backstage segments. I think that's more than fair. So moving on to matches, we had the Alpha Academy beat the Street Profits when Chad Gable got a good roll up on Dawkins. Match was cool. I love that Montez Ford has made the Superman dive a part of his moveset now. I think he got a lot of praise for that and how beautifully executed it was. So he's doing that now as a thing. You know what I mean? The pose in the air is one of the greatest things I've ever seen because he literally freezes. It's like he doesn't move a muscle when he's like, obviously he's moving through the air, but his body is stiff as a board when he's flying through the air. It's so clean. And you know what I mean? Just his agility is 100. You know what I mean? If he was in a video, his agility on 2K should be 100 or 99 if there's no 100. But yeah, so that was cool. AJ Styles beat Damian Priest. Damian Priest is now officially a loser. AJ's getting a U.S. title match next week. Pretty sure he's going to win that. Also, Dom Mysterio beat The Miz. He tried, Maurice tried to distract, Dom, but then in the effort to do that, Rey Mysterio distracted The Miz and ended up helping Dom get the win. So he got his 50-50 booking. More 50-50 booking here. No surprise. Bianca went up against Nikki Ash in a pretty decent match. Nikki Ash got some offense early, where she just came out the gates on fire. But Bianca Belair is Bianca Belair. She sold the leg injury. Nikki went after her leg. She sold the leg injury the entire match. It was amazing because everything she was doing, she was basically doing it on one leg. She did like not a gorilla press, the gorilla press she usually do. She did the suplex, the standing suplex. It's like a deadlift suplex that she does, and she like held her right here on one leg and then just kept bringing her up, like holding. I was like, yo, this chick is legit strong as hell. Like I couldn't do that to Nikki Ash. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, she's strong as hell, man. So, she ended up getting the win with a one-legged KOD. You know what I mean? Executed that perfectly on one leg too. It was Bianca Belair is Bianca Belair. She's they announced, well, we'll get to that in storytelling. Liv Morgan went up against Doudrop. Doudrop won because Liv Morgan is this big and Doudrop is this big. So she took the girl that was this big, and the girl that was this big said, it was over that fast. So, they had a decent match. Liv Morgan did her best. You know what I mean? And the match was clean. Like there wasn't a bunch of botches. It just looked like Liv was just bouncing off of her every time she tried to attack her. So, decent match between the ladies. I'm glad the women are getting more matches, like more time. It seemed like there was a couple women's matches on the show tonight. Then we had Rollins and Riddle in a one-on-one match that's never happened before. I am surprised this never happened before, but I'm happy I'm getting to see it. It was a pretty decent match until who ran in first? I think Kevin ran in first, right? And then Randy came down to make the save. So then they turned it into a tag team match, player, because, you can see that coming from a mile away as soon as the interferences happened. So that's what we got as the main event. We got We got Riddle and Orton, RK Bro, going up against Seth and KO. And cool match, man. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, it was all right. I mean, I gave the matches overall 3.25. I wasn't AJ and none of the matches really did anything for me last night. The two women's matches were actually probably my favorite matches of the night because KO did beat Austin Theory, which kind of did upset me a little bit because it's 50-50 booking, but I understand KO is supposed to be a top superstar, so you got to make him look strong. But then I don't know if that plays into the storyline of they could have just had him lost and do the whole snapping thing, but him winning and getting denied. Anyways, matches got 3.25 blunts. Some decent wrestling on the show, just nothing real heavy. So let's move on to storytelling. Storytelling, obviously, all the Elimination Chamber build-up that's happening in Saudi Arabia on a Saturday afternoon, by the way, day before the Super Bowl. That's cool. That's Q. I think, no. Is it next? It's week after. I'm tripping. But yeah, so, that's cool. They announced that there was a women's Elimination Chamber match. I didn't know that was going to happen, but it's happening. They announced Liv is going to be in it. Rhea, obviously, Rhea Ripley. Bianca, obviously, who's going to win. Doudrop is in it, and Nikki Ash is in it. And there's a fifth to be announced. Not sure who that's going to be. It might be Lita. The end of Lita's little 3-week run or 1-month run that she's doing. So what am I talking about, Lita? Lita's facing Becky at the Elimination Chamber. That's not what I meant. time. It might be like somebody like Dana Brooke or somebody like that they squeeze into there. Yeah, so who knows with that. I'm just glad they're having a women's elimination chamber again. KO, when he went to talk to Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville and say, hey, look, I beat Austin Theory, so I could take his spot, right? They were like, no, that's not how that works. We didn't agree to that before the match. And truth be told, you might not even be at WrestleMania this year. And wow. So the story now is Kevin Owens might not even be at WrestleMania. Then why is he on your TV show every single week for multiple segments? Is he going to be there next week? All right. So I guess. Okay. So then we had the Reggie and we had the Dana Brooke shit that happened. It was interesting. Reggie friend zoned himself or got friend zoned. Dana Brooke gave him a kiss on the cheek and said, oh, you're such a good little boy. I like you so much. As a friend. I was like, oh no. Oh no. And Reggie's like, oh, so you just said all these nice things to me and kissed me on the cheek. What does that mean? Like, this is dating in 2022, because if he would have just went in and tried to kiss you got to ask 20 questions. Are you sure? Are you sexually attracted to me? Should we put this in writing? I don't know what to Like, I feel like I'm about to get set up for a workplace lawsuit. Reggie's like, okay. It was just so awkward. She friend zoned him. As soon as she said friend, I'm like, all right, let me back up. Not touching her. Why you even kiss me if I'm just your friend? Don't do that. You don't be just kissing just your friends. That's weird. So yeah, I thought that was kind of entertaining, more in a corny way. The Alexa Bliss shit, I fucking hate. I just hate it. I mean, I figure it's gonna turn back into she's like in talking about how she cusses bitches out for taking her parking spot and all this crazy shit. And then yeah, I guess that she's transitioning back into the original Alexa Bliss, or she's gonna be like some super bitch, you know what I mean, who just hates everybody, who just walks into some, I don't know what role she's gonna play, but whatever. Right, Reggie gonna make a Kim K. Ray just. No, what if WWE did that? Like, shit. I mean, they made a sex tape inside the ring with two current superstars. Remember, Lita was on the show last night. Edge is on the program as well. He's not on Raw, but he's in the company as well. So there's two people in the company right now who actually had sex inside of the wrestling ring on national TV for the world to watch. So, I can't even put this past WWE, honestly, King, buddy. I can't do it. It might happen. Oh man, that would be hilarious. It wouldn't, but it would be at the same time. Gruss, what up, man? Thanks for stopping through. Camilla, what's going on, Camilla? Oh man, Camilla said Bianca's the EST for a reason. That's facts, Camilla. That's big old facts. I remember that weird and uncomfortable moment. Right, that shit was so uncomfortable. They act like they were gonna kiss at one time, but then I guess R-Truth and Tamina showed back up, so they scampered off. But that was a weird segment. And like I said, the Alexa shit, I'm over that shit. I don't know what she is now. Damian Priest losing a lot. I mean, I'm not a big Damian Priest guy. I could sit here and say that. So I'm not mad that he lost, honestly. I'd much rather have AJ Styles with that belt, 110%. So I gave I'm doing storytelling. I gave storytelling for the night, 3.75 blunts. So yeah, decent storytelling. Elimination Chamber build, so we got some matches between the people that are in the chamber. Obviously, RK Bro being a massive part of the show all night. Rollins, and I mean, Raw's pretty good right now. Raw's not terrible. You know what I mean? For 3 hours, it's not unbearable to get through, especially because I delay watching it for an hour so I can skip through the commercials. Try to make the show as short as possible. But yeah, so it's a decent show, man. 3.75 for storytelling. Commentary was whatever. I gave him 3.5 blunts because there wasn't anything especially funny that they said or especially corny or bad. They were just there. And the crowd, what you think I gave the crowd, the Denver, Colorado crowd? Anybody guess what I gave the Denver, Colorado crowd? I give y'all one guess each at what blunt rating I gave the Denver. See, the crowd was pretty good. They were hot for Bobby Lashley. You know what I mean? They were really hot for Bobby Lashley. They were a little confused during some of the segments, I think. They were into the Miz and Mysterio shit. Gress, why you hating, man? You know Becky don't suck, man. I mean, well, never mind. So almost had a two-face moment. But yeah, so yeah, the crowd, Colorado, Denver, Colorado. You know what I mean? What y'all think, man? What blunt rating did I give? I'm gonna give y'all a little time. You know what I mean? I thought the crowd was actually fire. You know what I mean? I thought the crowd was fire. You know what I mean? And I haven't given any category this rating before ever in the history of the blunt ratings. So, can anybody guess what the blunt rating is? Anybody? The crowd got a 4.20. How y'all didn't guess that? How y'all did not guess a 4.20? Y'all supposed to catch, come on, man. It's right there. Never given this blunt rating before ever in the history of the blunt ratings. The crowd was fire. Come on, guys. Come on. It's the wrestling on weed, man. Denver, Colorado. Stay with your boy. You know what I mean? So 4.20 for the crowd. Good job by Denver, Colorado. Still a place, as much as I've traveled around the country and the world, a place I haven't been. And I have friends who live there. So I got to make that happen at some point in my life. So, yeah. Final blunt rating of 3.6 for Monday Night Raw. Another decent show. That's a silver blunt. Yeah, so got to give Monday Night Raw, being consistent. Silver blunts consistently. I think I can take that because it's hard for this show to be get 4.1 or better just because it's just so much fluff, you know what I mean, in the show. But this isn't that bad. Camilla told Gruss, don't go Sandy Cheeks on me. She's a Texan too. Is Becky a Texan? Is Becky Becky from Texas? I didn't know Becky was from Texas. That man, if Becky's from Texas, she fighting in her home state. That would be for WrestleMania. That would be cool. That would be cute. I still want to go to WrestleMania, man. If Two-Face is gonna go, then I'm gonna go. Two-Face said he might be able to go this year, so I would love for Two-Face to be able to join me at WrestleMania, and we could do a bunch of stuff. But we'll see. Will we ever see a perfect blunt for Raw? What's the odds of that? There's never been, I think we've had AEW shows that were 4.7s and 4.8s, I think, in the past, 4.6s. I don't think we've ever had a 5 blunt show. Maybe we have, but I'm 1,000% sure if we did, it was an AEW Dynamite. I'm 1,000% sure. If we've ever had any show that was of 4.8, 4.9, or 5.0, which I would consider in my heart a perfect show. 5.0 is technically a perfect show, but yeah, those are AEW Dynamites, and that's when they were at their crest. You know what I mean? It's at their super peak. Even though they're still at their peak, they're still going up, honestly. It's so new. But yeah. Gruss said, I hope Goldberg beat Roman. What? Why would you want that? We don't know. We had those reactions before when he beat The Fiend. We don't know. We don't know. It's Mania season. You do that when there's nothing else to do. There's nothing. I don't even need to see Goldberg no more, honestly. Like, he's had, after the Lesnar match he had, which was phenomenal, I didn't need to see him again. That was it. That's all I need to see. It was great. You know, maybe, well, the rematch, I guess, was kind of necessary to put, to get Brock his win back, but yeah, nobody trying to see Goldberg win no fucking belts, not even the U.S. title. I don't want to see him win a Gucci belt. You know what I mean? I don't want to see I don't want to see him win anything unless he's fighting like The Miz or somebody. I just don't care. He can go fight Dolph Ziggler again. Give Dolph his rematch, and so I can not watch. So Lashley versus Amos is inevitable. Gruss want to see the world burn. Gruss does want to see the world burn. That's what I've come to that realization. Gruss is just here for chaos. Gruss just wants everything to be as chaotic as possible, so he can sit back with his J like, I told you so. Yo, I swear, Grush just be sitting back like, I will watch the wrestling world burn if it's the last thing I do. He's the real supervillain. Fuck Nikki Ash. Like, Gruss is the real supervillain of pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Oh, man, that shit is too hilarious, bro. I swear I need to do a fucking call-in segment where y'all call in on video so I can see y'all funny asses on video and let y'all say these asinine things on camera. I swear to God. That's what we was trying to do with the Wild Nation Roundup shit, but all y'all got like fucking $2 cameras. I can't. And no microphone. So it's like, I can't, it degrades the quality of the show if, we can't have like quality, stuff. So, people got setups and shit, or now the cell phones, people use their cell phones perfectly fine. Now, if you got the new iPhones or, Pixels or whatever the Android version of the iPhone is, I don't use Androids. So kid is down. Oh yeah. I mean, almost be gone in about a year. Let's be honest, y'all. Let's keep it 1,000. Almost will be cut in a year. If they couldn't figure out what to do with Braun Strowman, if they couldn't figure out how to use Braun, look at Braun Strowman. He is an actual monster. I know he's not as tall as Amos, but I mean, Amos is intimidating too, obviously, but it's like the athleticism it's unmatched. The two don't, just because one can run, you know what I mean, doesn't mean, like, Braun Strowman, I'm pretty sure is faster too. Just looks more athletic. You can't figure out him. How you go? I'm almost saying taking as much money, I'm sure, because Strowman's contract was crazy, but it's just like, he's there. Amos will be gone in a year. He'll be in a round of cuts, and I don't wish that on him. He's an attraction. I wish that he continued to have success in professional wrestling if that's what he wants to do, because there's not many jobs for people that big anyway. So, he's in a profession where he can have a lot of success. I just don't think companies like WWE plan long term. And once they can't figure out something for somebody to do for a few months, if they don't think that you're going to be a major asset in the future, they'll just cut you. You know what I mean? We know they're not really playing no games at this point. Mr. Khan, no Tony, is not playing games. Camilla said, I wish I could join on live video chat with y'all on this channel. It's one thing to type. It's another thing to see someone's reaction. That's 100% true. I mean, if you got to sell, like, we'll do it at some point. Like, maybe on the podcast, we'll have the Wild Nation Roundup. I'm going to hit the guys up today and see if we're doing the podcast this week. We can't do it tomorrow because tomorrow's a very important day in my life. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. My life's already been turned upside down right now. So, so tomorrow's a very important day for me. So I'm going to have to focus and yeah, so no podcast tomorrow. But hopefully we can get something done Thursday. And I'm conducting a few interviews for other channels, and I'm trying to set up a few wrestling interviews, and just trying to focus on work as much as possible, get as much done as possible, really start pushing the channel to the next level. You know what I mean? This my gang right here. This my crew right here. You know what I mean? Y'all always here supporting the kid, talking wrestling with me. You know what I mean? Live on the channels. You know, I appreciate that shit, man. So, yeah, man. It is what it is. Y'all get y'all cell phones right, man. Y'all get some, as long as y'all got like iPhone 10s or iPhone 11s or something, you know what I mean? Something better than that. And, you know what I mean? Y'all could, some good quality camera, decent quality microphone, you know what I mean? And, yeah, I'd be happy to have y'all come on and talk some shit for a couple minutes on the show, give some opinions. Y'all could even, something else I was thinking about doing was people like sending in questions via video, but I just don't have enough people right now. Like if we had like 10, 15 people doing that every week, maybe we don't even need that. Maybe we just need you guys submitting one question, you know, for all the shows, and then we could play the video instead of having you have to call in and possibly having connection issues and that type of stuff. You guys could just send me a video question and I could just play it live on the show because I have the capabilities to do all that with my setup. So yeah, we'll figure out something, man. I love to interact with you guys live on camera a little bit more. Yeah, so hopefully we can continue to grow the channel together because this is a team effort. So make sure you guys like the video and do all that stuff that I need you to do to help push the video. You know what I mean? You can share it as well if you know people that like wrestling, man. You know what I mean? Have them come in here so they can talk shit with us and give crazy asinine ideas like Russ does every week. You know what I mean? So... So that's it for today, man. I'm gonna go try to fix my life. So I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to know when we go live next. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrestling on We, and thanks for watching.